Hello, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. My name is Gina, and today we are off to give some uncommon recommendations. So, for uncommon recommendations, I have two in each age group, as well as 3 honorable mentions. I'm looking at my notes. So, I'm going to start with adult and work backwards. So we'll do adult, YA, middle grade, and then we'll do the honorable mentions. These are ones that I haven't seen on BookTube, that I haven't seen on Bookstagram. I haven't, maybe a random mention here and there or something like that, but they haven't been mentioned like as at all. They might have been mentioned on my channel, but they haven't really been mentioned anywhere else. So first series I have is The Parasol Protectorate by Gail Carriger. The first book in The Parasol Protectorate is Soulless. So this is about a soulless woman. Her name's Alexia. She's living in an alternate London where supernatural creatures are known. So vampires, werewolves, like everybody knows that they exist. It's a thing. They don't really know that soulless people exist, so she's a preternatural instead of a supernatural. She's a preternatural. So her touch takes away the powers of a supernatural being. So she essentially turns them human with her touch. And it's following some crazy stuff that happens. She also works for the Queen, and is part of, basically, she's considered a spinster, she's older, she's soulless, so she works for the Queen as part of, like, just like her father did before her, in like a police force, but not really a police force. She's kind of like in a consultant position, so she kind of gets wrapped up in a lot of stuff. So really interesting. I absolutely love it. I'm reading the last book this month. I've been putting off the last book because I love it so much and I don't want it to end. Next, we have the Captain Kit Brightling series. So if you watched my New at the Library video, which I'll link in the cards, I read the first 2 books in the series. This is the only ongoing series on this list, but it was too good not to put in. It is so much fun. Kit Brightling is an absolutely phenomenal character. It's written so fun. It's different than anything else I've read. A lot of people right now are reading the Mad Ship trilogy by Robin Hobb, set on a ship, and everybody's like, I love pirate books, I can't like find enough of them. This is a ship book. It's set on a ship. She works for the Queen. There's like magic. She's aligned to the magic. It's amazing. I so highly recommend it. I cannot believe I randomly found it at the library. It was so good. There's 2 books out right now. The first one being A Bright and Breaking Tide. And it just is so good. It's by Chloe Neal. Highly recommend. Definitely think you should check that out. Okay, so for YA, it was a little hard to pick out books for this just because I've been watching BookTube for so long and stuff like that. I feel like most YA series had their heyday, but this one I feel like hasn't. These 2 haven't. The first one is the Gallagher Girl series from Allie Carter. Love Allie Carter's writing. This is so fun. It's about a spy school. So if you're into dark academia, it's not quite as dark because it is YA, but it's about a spy school. And it's so much fun, like so much fun. The first book is called I Tell You I Love You, But Then I'd Have to Kill You. It's a 5-book series, and really all you need to know is it's about spy school. And yeah, you just go from there. So it's a hidden spy school and like a small town in America, but they kind of travel all over the place, and you follow this group of girls who are going to school there, and it's just absolutely incredible. I really recommend it. I've read it like 3 or 4 times because it's now like a comfort read for me, so I really recommend that one. YA series number 2 is the Shadow Falls series. So this is something I've heard no one talk about. The Shadow Falls series is written by C.C. Hunter, and I've read this a few times. It's about a girl who goes to, again, she's basically like sent off to like boot camp is what she thinks it is. She's like sent to a school for bad kids or whatever. Turns out she's being sent to a school for supernatural beings, but she doesn't know she's supernatural, and no one knows what kind of supernatural she is. So she like belongs at the school, and they know she belongs at the school, but they can't figure out why she belongs at the school or who she is. And so there's vampires, werewolves, all the ghost ghouls, all those things, but she's kind of an anomaly. She's definitely not human, but they don't know what she is. So that's super fun. It's a good kind of mystery and wrapped in this 5-book series. The first book being Born at Midnight. And it's intriguing. There's different, different types of supernatural beings that I've ever seen anywhere else, that I've ever seen included in anything else. I really just love it. I think that's going to go on my list for rereads soon, because honestly I don't remember everything that happens, because so much happens in that book. It's been a while in those books, and it's been a while since I've read them, but I loved them so much, and I loved them when I first read them, and I think it was like anywhere between like 15 and 17. I was in my teens when I first read them, and I reread them in my 20s, and I loved it. I think it was 21 when I reread them. Still loved it. Still held true. So I definitely recommend that YA series. Middle grade series number 1 is the Frog Princess series by Edie Baker. I love this. It's so cute. It's an 8-book series starting with the Frog Princess. And it's just absolutely adorable. Not only are the books super cute, as you can see now, but oh my goodness, there's just a comedy in it. There's a sarcasm to it that makes it so fun and easy to read. These are 3000% something I'm going to read to my daughter, because they deal with kind of hard topics as you get further along, and you draw really close to this girl that gets turned into the Frog Princess, and it's kind of flipping fairy tales on their head. It's kind of a fairy tale retelling, but not really, in the fact that, it's just so wholesome. And it's done in a way that I've never seen it done before. The fairy tale retelling is done before in a way I've never seen done before, and it's just so sweet, and I 3000% recommend these books. Alright, and the last series I'm going to recommend, my middle grade series number 2, is Emily Winsnap. So I can't believe I've never heard anybody talk about this, because mermaids have always been a big thing in my opinion. I love mermaids, and I feel like there's not enough mermaid books, and this is a whole mermaid series. So it starts with The Tale of Emily Winsnap, and it's a girl finding out she's a mermaid, and then everything that goes along with that. And then it's a 9-book series, and they're so cute. You can read them in an order, you don't necessarily have to, but I enjoyed it. I have the first 3 books, so I have not read all of them, but I've read the first 3, because originally it was a trilogy, and then it was popular enough that they added books to it, by Liz Kessler. This is by Liz Kessler, and they're just adorable. Not only is the artwork beautiful on the outside, but this one's definitely a little bit more intense than Frog Princess. It does deal with some intense topics, especially surrounding family, family dynamics, how you interact with family, what you know about your family history, which I think is important to kind of explore. And they're just overall really fun to read, and I know I will continue to read them. Okay, so last but certainly not least, here are some honorable mentions I have. So I have 1 in each category. I've 1 adult, one YA, and one middle grade. The adult is Written in Red. It's the other series by Anne Bishop. I love this series so much. I love it. It's so much fun. I got my mom to read it. She read all 5 books and she loved it so much. Now we read everything that Anne Bishop has out. Love it. Absolutely love it. I am behind. My mom is all caught up, but I am behind on what Anne Bishop has released. The reason I didn't include this in the main list is because Reagan from Peruse Project has actually been talking about this series, which makes me so happy. She has the beautiful hardback editions. I have all the mass market paperbacks. I would love the hardback editions, but that's for the future for sure. And so I love that somebody's talking about it, and she has a big enough platform that more people are going to find it and love it and read it, and it's so worth it. YA is Perfect Scoundrels by Allie Carter. Now the reason I didn't mention this one is because Allie Carter also wrote the Gallagher Girls series. And if I had to pick between the two, I would probably go Gallagher Girls series. But if you're more into the morally gray villain type, Perfect Scoundrels is actually about a girl who's a thief. She is a thief and she's really, really good at it. She's young, she's in her teens, she's a good thief. And she has a team of thieves, and she comes from a family of thieves. And so it's a 3-book series. It's just a trilogy about this girl and the thieving adventures that she goes on. It's just, yeah, it's fun heist, but you get the sarcasm and the fun of an Allie Carter novel. I do really enjoy it. I just enjoy the Gallagher series better. And then number 3 is middle grade, and it's by a super famous author. So it's 39 Clues by Rick Riordan. And I know Rick Riordan has written a bunch of things, helped publish a bunch of things with his imprint and all that stuff, but I feel like 39 Clues doesn't get enough credit. Super short books, so much fun. They are so much fun. I only own the first one, but I've read several more than that. There are 39 books, and it's so fun. And it's a mystery thriller type series. Not really thriller because it's middle grade, but it's a mystery series, and it's just wonderful. And I feel like nobody talks about it enough because it's not a myth retelling. It has nothing to do with the Percy Jackson world. It has nothing to do with myth retellings. Like, it's just a fun mystery series. And I highly, highly recommend it, especially if you're a little bit more nervous for some of the uncommon recommendations I have. If you know you like Rick Riordan's writing, you can kind of slip into the unconditional recommendations by finding that author that you really, really like. So yes, the 39 Clues is definitely something that I would recommend. Okay, and that is it from me. I hope you had a good time. I hope it was relaxing. I hope you find something fun to read. If you have any uncommon recommendations of series, I would love to know about them in the comments. I'm trying to continue to read and show you guys stuff that's not necessarily on BookTube or TikTok or anything like that, because I feel like those are all new releases, and I like to read finished series. I don't really like to read upcoming series. I'm so mad that the Kit Brightling series is not up to date. Well, it is up to date, but there's only 2 books in it, and there's definitely gonna be more. And then we don't even have an announcement for the 3rd one because the last one just came out in 2021, so that's killing me. But yeah, if you have any recommendations, please leave them down below in the comments. I hope you have a wonderful time. Like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see more from me, and I'll see you next time.